Hello, Internet. So the Employee Retention and Rehiring Credit is a potential gold mine for small businesses and small business owners. If you don't know about it, you're going to want to stick around and listen to how you, as a small business owner, can get money from Uncle Sam, from the government, for paying your employees right now and for hiring new employees in order to get some pet project done that you've been wanting to get done for a while, but you just haven't had the money for. The government is going to pay you 70 cents on the dollar in order to hire or rehire people to your company to improve your business right now in 2021. So, hi, I'm Steve Hunt. I am a certified public accountant, and I'm the consultant for prosperity and adventure, and I'm an expert at helping people get to their dreams faster. I'm also the owner of CollegeTaxRefunds.com, where we help recent college students and their families get back thousands of dollars that they missed on old tax returns that they're not even aware that they can claim or that they missed. So if you have a recent college student in your family, please check out CollegeTaxRefunds.com to see if you or your family missed money on your old taxes. And like I said, today I want to talk about the Employee Retention and Rehiring Credit, which is this gold mine from the recent December 2020 pandemic stimulus bill for business owners. This does apply to all businesses, but really the gold mine is for those who have small businesses, which we're talking about 500 employees or less. So let me tell you about what this bill actually looks like or does. Or what this provision of the bill does. This is the Employee Retention and Rehiring Credit. It's a refundable credit, which means the government will actually pay you money back more than the taxes that you owe. It's money that goes into your pocket of 70% of up to $10,000. So it's the first $10,000 that you pay in wages or in healthcare expenses per employee that you have. So that's 70% of $10,000 is a credit of $7,000 that the government will give you per employee per quarter for the first 2 quarters of 2021. And that applies if the company, which again, for the purposes I'm explaining, this is a company that has 500 or fewer employees. But if you have more than that, talk to your accountant. And actually, even if you have less than that, you should be talking to your accountant about this credit right now. Okay, you should reach out and ask, how can I qualify for this credit and get this money, $7,000 per employee per quarter? All right, as long as the company suffered a 20% revenue decline from their revenue in 2019, 2 years ago, in the first quarter here or the second quarter of 2021. And this applies even if you received one of those Paycheck Protection Program or PPP loans that were partially forgivable because you paid those wages to your employees. So let's talk about an example as to how you can get this $7,000 per employee in the first and second quarters of 2021. So let's assume that in January 2021, right now, company hires their 10th employee. So we're small enough, we qualify there. And their revenue in their first quarter, that's January, February, and March of 2021, turns out to be 79% of their 2019 revenue. So before the pandemic, they were making X amount of money. And now after the pandemic has happened, their revenue has dropped down to 80% or lower of that amount. And again, the government doesn't specify that you must have lower revenue because of the pandemic. There can be other reasons that your revenue dropped. You just have to show that your revenue in 2021, that first quarter, or the second quarter, was 80% or less of your revenue in 2019. Now, if you qualify in the first quarter of 2021, you automatically qualify for this credit in the second quarter of 2021. It doesn't work the other way around, though. If your revenue drops in the second quarter only of 2021 when compared to 2019, then you only qualify in the second quarter, okay? So just be aware of that. If it happens in the first quarter, you qualify for both quarters. If it happens in the second quarter, you only qualify in the second quarter. Now, let's say that company also received a huge Paycheck Protection Program loan from the government to help them cover their wages and their rent and their utilities and other business expenses. But $30,000 of that loan that they received in 2021 was completely forgivable as long as they used it on their employee wages. Okay, once again, that loan program and this Employee Retention and Rehiring Credit were passed by Congress in order to stimulate jobs creation and to help people retain their jobs. So that's the goal, and that's what we're doing here in order to qualify for these loans and these credits. So you take that $30,000 of free forgivable money, which you should definitely apply for if you have a small business right now. Reach out to your banker, reach out to your accountant, find out what it's going to take for you to qualify for a Paycheck Protection Program loan, a PPP loan, so that you can get free money to pay your employees and also money that's at a very low interest rate to pay for your other business expenses, your rent and your utilities and things like that. Okay, Now, we can't double dip, so that $30,000 has to go to our employees in order to be free, and we're not going to be able to use that $30,000 of wages to claim this employee retention and rehiring credit that I'm talking about here. But that's okay. We still get to use the first $10,000 of wages per employee as long as that first $10,000 wasn't paid for with the PPP. So we're moving on through our example here. Company pays their 10 employees, each of them, $13,000 per quarter for the first 2 quarters of 2021. That's a pay rate of about $52,000 for the year. So you got 10 employees earning $52,000 per year. They're going to get $13,000 per quarter. I'm going to go ahead and say that includes their healthcare expenses and so forth. So now the company, when they file their employer tax return, is going to report $130,000 of wages in the first quarter and $130,000 of wages in the second quarter. That's $13,000 per employee times 10 employees. And they're going to get back a credit, refundable payment from the government of 70% of the first $10,000 per employee, which is a total of $7,000 per quarter. $140,000 in the first half of 2021. And that's why this is a potential gold mine for small business owners, for small businesses, is you're looking at this $7,000 per employee. Every employee you've got, up to 500 employees, if that's hopefully all that you have, because that's how you qualify. And you get this back for the first quarter, and you get another 70% back for the second quarter, so long as your revenue for the company declined by 20% in 2021 compared to 2019. If you think you might qualify for this gold mine credit, reach out to your accountant and ask the questions that you have. You can also reach out to me at collegetaxrefunds.com/contact. You can definitely put your questions in the comments below. Now, I want to talk about one more thing, and that is that I said at the beginning, you can use this goldmine money to pursue some pet project that you've had as a business owner that you haven't been able to pursue because you didn't have the money. Or maybe you wanted to hire a couple new employees, but you haven't been able to because you haven't had the money. This is the perfect time to do it. Congress wants us to hire more people. Again, they want to stimulate jobs creation, okay? So if you have a project that you think is going to earn your company tens of thousands of dollars, as long as you can get it going, and it's going to cost you one employee for 6 months or so, this is the time to hire that one employee to get that project done. Because if you hire a brand new employee right now and you pay them $20,000 over the next 5 months now, February through June, okay, then and you're able to give them the first $10,000 of that in the first quarter, and your company has a decline in revenue, so you qualify. Just assuming you qualify for this credit, then you pay that brand new employee $10,000 to get started on your pet project, and then in the second quarter you pay them another $10,000 to hopefully finish up your pet project. You've paid them a total of $20,000, plus you have to come up with an extra $800 or so in employer taxes. That's your Social Security and Medicare and federal unemployment tax and so forth. So you've paid them $20,000 and you've come up with another $1,600 in employer taxes. All right. Then the government's going to hand back to you $14,000 of the $21,600 that you paid out. So having this employee this brand new employee that you just hired, accomplish your pet project in 5 months, gives them $20,000, and it only cost you $21,600 minus the $14,000 that you got back from the government, which is $7,600. So you hired an employee, cost your company $7,600 for the first 5 months or so, but the employee got $20,000. And as long as their work produced a result for your company of earning your company back the $7,600 or more, it's a no-brainer. Your company made money hiring that employee, and hopefully they finished your pet project and established something that's going to produce money ongoing. Hopefully you're going to be able to have that money coming in. They will have shown you what a great employee they are. You can retain them after the first 2 quarters. They're going to keep making money for your company, and you're going to be able to, afford to pay them. So again, this is a time where you're going to get 70 cents on every dollar that you pay on your employees for the first $10,000 for each quarter, as long as your company has had that decline in revenue for this first quarter of 2021. And like I say, you're going to be able to finish your pet projects. You're going to be able to start some new income streams if you need to, and it's only going to cost you essentially 30 cents on the dollar. Once again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Please share this video with your friends, with other people who you know who own businesses, and go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to give you some more information on future videos about gold mines like this in the tax code and other ways that you can reach your own dreams of freedom, wealth, and adventure faster. Thanks so much. Have a great day.